Cheesy and delicious, we're making cheesecake on Chef Andy. Hi guys, it's Melissa and I'm taking over Chef Andy today to show you how to make cheesecake. It's a really fun recipe, so let's get started. We're gonna start making the crust. So for the crust, we need 1.5 cups of ground graham crackers. So we got our graham crackers ready and now we're gonna add our sugar. So we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. 1, 2, and then 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. And remember, brown sugar, we always need to pack it in. So we get our tablespoon and we really pack that in. We add it to our mixture. Now we're gonna mix our dry ingredients. So we got our dry ingredients mixed and now we're gonna add our butter. So we need to add melted butter. We are going to measure out 7 tablespoons into a little bowl and then put it in the microwave. So it looks like 30 seconds was enough. I'm gonna mix it in. So we're gonna dump this into our dry ingredients mixture and just whisk it together with a fork or a whisk. Mix it all together. Everything's looking all mixed and great. Okay, our crust mixture is ready, and now our next step is to grab our spring nonstick pan. So spring pan is one that you can just kind of like open up like this. It'll make the cheesecake come out really easily. So this is the kind of pan that you want for this dessert. So we're gonna grab our crust and just dump it into our spring pan. Make sure it's locked. So this is the fun part because it almost feels like you're playing with Play-Doh. You just kind of spread it around and you're gonna start pushing it against the edges and along the bottom to create that crust. It's gonna be pretty thin and make sure to go high and really pack it in tight. So you can use your fingers while you're pressing it down, or a trick that I like to use is to use one of these measuring cups and you just press with them and along the edges and it really creates a nice, smooth, even surface for your crust. Always do your outside edges first and then we're gonna move into our bottom. Amazing, look at how amazing our crust looks. I'm so excited, it's like an art project because you have to like really work at it to make it even, but it's so satisfying when you're done. So we're gonna set this aside until the end. So now that our crust is set aside, it's time to start our cream cheese. So we're gonna wanna grab a bowl. So we need 4 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese. I like to set these out like about an hour before we're cooking it because it really softens it out and it'll make it a lot easier to beat. Wow, this reminds me of how much I love cream cheese with crackers. It's the best. Put the camera down.
You're live on Chef Andy, Melissa. I can't put the camera down.
Do it.
No, they gotta know how to make this beautiful recipe.
I know. It's actually so good, you guys. The first time I made it, Andy went back for like 4 slices before he found out how many calories are in each slice.
These are my confessions.
So we got our 32 ounces of cream cheese, and now it's time to beat it. Beat it!
Were you trying to sing there?
Cut that out.
Nope, leave it in.
Cut it out.
Leave it in.
Cut it out.
Leave it in, it's great.
And we're gonna dig into our cheese and just start beating it until it's smooth and soft. You don't wanna overbeat it because then you don't want air bubbles to get into your cheese. So just do it for a few minutes until you can really see it all smooth and uniform. So while you're doing this, you're gonna wanna grab your spatula and kind of scrape the sides down. And then we're back at it. Our cream cheese is looking great. Sugar is our next ingredient. We are gonna use 1 cup of sugar, add it in, and then just beat it all together. Just granulated sugar. Beautiful. And now to beat it all together. Trying not to get cream cheese everywhere. And remember, we don't wanna beat it too much because we wanna avoid air bubbles. So you don't wanna get too much air inside of it. Once it looks creamy, we're ready to add our sour cream. So we're gonna need 2/3 of a cup of sour cream. I already have it measured right here. And it wouldn't be a good cheesecake without vanilla, so we're gonna add 1.5 teaspoons. Before we mix this all together, we're gonna add 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So really not a lot. I only have a 1/4 teaspoon measuring, so I'm gonna do about half. And now we get back to beating. We have our cream cheese looking nice, creamy, soft. Now there's only one ingredient left, 4 farm fresh eggs. I got some in my pocket. And we're gonna just crack those in a bowl and just mix them up with a fork before we add them in. So let's get cracking. So we're just gonna grab our fork and really get these 4 eggs mixed together. You can really tell a difference when the eggs are farm fresh because the yolk is really bright orange. That's how I like my eggs. So our eggs are mixed and ready, and we're gonna pour them into our cheesecake mixture. And we're almost done. Well, not really. Our cheesecake mixture looks perfect and it's ready to be poured in our crust. So let's go grab our crust. Wow. And now we're gonna slowly pour our mixture into the crust. Andy, are you getting excited?
I'm getting real excited. Looks so good on camera. I think I killed it.
Oh, really? You better have. So this is looking great. I'm gonna grab a spatula and scrape all the rest of the bowl out into our pan, and then we can put it in the oven. Everything looks ready. I preheated my oven to 325 degrees, so we're ready to put it in. We're gonna put this in for 75 minutes. It's a little bit of a long wait, but it'll be worth it, trust me. So while our cheesecake's in the oven, we're gonna make our strawberry glaze that's gonna go on top. We're gonna start with 1 small lemon. We're gonna use the microplaner, and we only wanna get the yellow, no white. So we're gonna set our lemon zest aside, and now we're gonna do 1 1/4 cups of sliced strawberries. So let's get slicing. Our strawberries are looking great. We're gonna add them into our food processor or blender. Then we're gonna add our lemon zest. And last but not least, 1/4 cup of sugar. And now we're ready to blend. You can use a blender if you don't have a food processor. Either works. Looking good. All right, our glaze is all done. It smells so good. So we're gonna pour our glaze into a bowl. That's so pretty. I gotta try it. You're gonna like this one. It's so good. I have some leftover chunks of strawberry cut up, and I'm just gonna add those in. Kind of as many as you like. Awesome, it's looking amazing. It's ready, and we're gonna put it in the fridge and let it chill for an hour. It's been 75 minutes, so it's time to take our cheesecake out of the oven. It smells amazing, you guys. I wish you could smell this right now. Wow. So we're gonna let it sit for 10 minutes before we cut around the crust. So now we're gonna let this sit out for 1 hour before we put it in the fridge overnight. But lucky for you guys, you don't have to stay overnight. I made one for you last night, so we have one in the fridge ready to get glazed. And look at it!
Wow.
Wow. So nice. Okay, so when we serve it, we're gonna keep it on the bottom of the spring nonstick pan because it's really hard to slide it off, so it's just better to serve it on the pan itself. I have our glaze that's been chilling. Mix it in together, and we're gonna start pouring. So this is gonna cover all the cracks. Wow, this looks so beautiful. Look at these colors. It smells amazing, and I just can't wait to try it, so let's cut into it. Get a little bit of that strawberry in this bite. Wow, this is amazing. Like, oh, it's like the perfect consistency, because sometimes cheesecakes can be too cheesy or not cheesy enough. This is perfect. This is amazing. Andy, this is amazing. I made this. Do you want to try it?
Congrats. Yeah, Melly.
I'm so excited. Well, wow. You guys, Andy, you're gonna eat this whole entire thing.
Yeah, I already know.
Try this.
I know.
Oh, well, that was so good. I hope you guys like learning how to make this cheesecake. I've been having a lot of fun baking with you guys. It's pushed me to try new recipes that I haven't done before and do things that I didn't do a lot before. So it's been really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and we'll see you next time. Bye. This is so freaking good. You have to try it.